Today we're going to be looking at how to make knurling in Blender. It's super easy and quick, and this really adds a lot of detail to hard surface models. And you can see here I have these two knobs which we'll be making, but we'll start off with just looking at how to do the knurling. And if you want to continue further on in the tutorial, you can watch me make these two little knobs, but it's super simple to do. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to open up a new scene in Blender. And let's start by making a cylindrical setup like this, where we can do some of this kind of cross knurling like this, which is super simple to do. So let's go Shift A. In fact, let's just first of all delete everything in the scene. Now we're going to go Shift A. Let's go to our mesh options. We're going to go add in a cylinder. Let's go to the add cylinder settings. Let's just give it an even number. We're going to go with 64 over here. And let's just minimize this. And then we're going to tab into edit mode. And we're just going to hover over here and go Control R, and you're going to see the yellow line. You can just roll your middle mouse button up, and we want to just roll it till we get a rough looking squares like this. So we just want these squares and then double click. So now you can see we have these squares. And with all of them active like this, we're just going to go ahead and press F3 and type in poke and go poke faces. And then with it still active, you're just going to press Alt J on your computer, so Alt J on your keyboard, and now it's gonna get rid of those triangles, and now we have this kind of pattern going across like this. And then we're gonna press F3 again, and we're gonna click on poke faces. If it's not there, just type in poke again and go poke faces. And this time what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to poke faces down here, and you're just gonna bring this amount out into the positives a little bit, and now you have knurling. So now let's go back into object mode, and this is what we have. It's really that simple to make some knurling. Let's look at an example with a cylinder or round object. Not a cylinder, a sphere. We're gonna go Shift A, let's go to our mesh options, add in an icosphere. Let's just go ahead and give it a count of 5, and then go G and move it over, like so. And let's tab into edit mode, and with everything active, we're just gonna go Alt J, like so, just to make it squares. And then we're going to press F3. We're just going to go again poke and get poke faces. And then this time you can just bring this out a little bit, like so. Tab back out, and now we have a sphere like this. So that is the knurling as promised, 2 examples, but let's quickly turn them, like I said, into some knobs like this that you guys can use on your hard surface stuff. So we're going to select this one here. We're going to go new material. Let's just for now create a new material, and we'll go down to the viewport display, make it metallic like so. And now we're going to tab into edit mode, and we're just going to go to face select and select this top face. We're going to go G and move it up a bit, and we're going to go Control B to bevel. Let's just give it a bit of a bevel, roll the middle mouse button a few times, then select this face at the top, and then go I to inset it, and let's go E to extrude to go in, I to inset a little bit, E to extrude up. Let's go I again. Inset it a little bit. E to extrude. Let's extrude down. And then I to inset. Let's go E to extrude up a bit, and then S to scale. And then we're going to go I to inset. And let's go E to extrude up, and then I to inset, and E to extrude down. And then I to inset. And let's just extrude down one more time by pressing E. And then let's go to edge select option. We're just going to hold in Shift and Alt, and just left click while we're holding in Shift and Alt on all of these edges running in the inside. Give them a bit of a selection. Just every other one that you want, like so. And we can now go with them active. We can go Control B and create a bevel. And we can roll the middle mouse button to control the amount, but I'm going to go with something like this. That should be okay. I'm going to tab back out. I'm going to right click and go Shade Auto Smooth. And now we have that. And you could also, do the exact same thing at the bottom. Select the face, go I to inset it. E to extrude, I to inset, E to extrude, and then just keep adding these little details. I'm just going I to inset, E to extrude, and it's just a really simple way of adding details in real quick, like so. And then you can go Control B, add a bevel, really simple stuff. And then I like to go ahead and create another metal. And I'm going to go ahead, go new, and in this viewport display, I'll make it red for now. make it metallic, and then you can select whichever bits you want on here. Like in the inside here, maybe assign that, and maybe grab the top face here, Control plus to go to selection, something like that, and then assign that. Tab back out, and now we have this really cool looking sci-fi component. And you can do the same thing with this ball. We can go ahead and give it that metal material. Tab into edit mode, and let's go to face select and just select the bottom faces. Let's go SZ0 to flatten it. Press enter, and let's go X and just delete those faces. Then let's go to edge select option, Shift Alt left click on this edge, or even better, we could just go to our vertex select and select all these bottom verts. E to extrude and Z to bring them down, and then we can go Shift Alt and S, so Shift Alt S, and then just round them out while moving your mouse. E to extrude and S to scale them in. Now we can go Control plus to go to selection, and let's go plus, let's go to the drop down and give it that second material and assign it. And if you're getting kind of these overlapping verts, you can just go ahead and select, and then you can go F3 and type in merge and go merge by distance. And then just kind of increase this value here to kind of get rid of those overlapping verts. Something like that. And now you can extrude that and add that material to it. Come in here, Control R, add in another loop, slide it down, you can scale it. Stuff like that. There's all sorts of cool ways that you can create components. You can be as creative as you want, keep it as basic as you want, but I think I'll keep it there for now. That's just kind of showing you 2 examples. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you next time for another Blender tutorial or a tip of some sort. And hopefully you guys are able to incorporate this into something that you're working on. I'll see you next time.